Dun Shows World.
Welcome to Shows World Gamers, Josh here, and as this week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at this week's biggest news stories, this week's gaming announcements, and this week's new video game releases. But if this is the first time on the channel, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Alright gamers, let's kick off this week in review with a few news stories. Now we got some Switch 2 news late last week thanks to Reset Era. The news comes from info compiled from orders and shipping info for parts as preparations for manufacturing of the new console are underway. The system appears to be a much bigger leap forward in the power department than previously expected. Reviewing internal components believed to be for the new console, it appears the new console will be comparable to the Xbox Series S in the power department and will continue the hybrid portable and dock to a TV design of the current Switch. Now, Square Enix is reportedly ending its long-running deal with Sony PlayStation and moving to a more multi-platform strategy, with future games going to Nintendo, PC, Xbox alongside PlayStation. This does come after their large PlayStation-only titles like Final Fantasy XVI and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth sales numbers, well, they've been pretty much trending down and not meeting expectations. Rumors are swirling that the company may be in financial trouble, so hopefully this strategy can help them get back on track. Next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements. Now, the next Assassin's Creed game finally received a trailer this week, unveiling its name and its release date. The long-anticipated first Assassin's Creed game taking place in Japan is named Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it is scheduled for release on November 15th of this year for the PlayStation 5, the PC, and Xbox Series systems. The trailer was cinematic, so we didn't get to see any gameplay, but from what we've seen so far, it looks pretty impressive. I'm pretty excited for this title. Now, Questmaster received an early access release date trailer with an early access version of the game releasing May 29th for PC gamers. The game is a three-quarter top-down action role-playing game that it looks like classic Zelda. The game supports single-player or local co-op. You can create custom dungeons full of puzzles, traps, and monsters, then upload them for other players to explore. The full game release will contain a single-player campaign, and it's scheduled to release on the Nintendo Switch alongside the PC. Now, we got an official announcement trailer for Sonic Rumble. The game will be a Battle Royale style survival and racing game set across locations from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. You will compete against 32 other players and compete in rounds to be the last one standing, in the same style as games like Fall Guys. The game is currently coming to mobile for both Android as well as iOS, but I'm hoping we get info on a console release soon, because I like those styles of games and I like Sonic, so it's a good match. We also got an announcement trailer and release date for Undisputed, a realistic boxing game with real-life boxers. The game is coming to the PlayStation 5, the PC, and Xbox Series systems on October 11th. Many boxing fans have been requesting a good sim-style boxing game ever since the Fight Night series was canceled 13 years ago. So hopefully this game turns out to be a winner and can fill that void. Alright gamers, let's finish up with this week's new video game releases. And once again, in a surprise announcement and then subsequent release, we got new classic games added to the Nintendo Switch Online service, this time in the Game Boy library of games. The games released include Baseball, Alleyway, a first-party Nintendo version of Breakout, and definitely the highlight of the releases, Super Mario Land, a game that has been requested for some time. Now, all games are available now, and we did do a video checking out all three games, as well as a bonus game that was a Japan-only release this week, so I will link that video at the end of this one, so definitely check that out. Now, Fabledom released this week on the PC with version 1.0. Console releases are expected later this year in Q3 for the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series systems. The game is a laid-back city builder style game set in a fairy tale world where you play as Fablings, a race of small people, and have to build your colony from scratch while dealing with magical creatures like dragons, witches, giants, and more. Now, Athenian Rhapsody released this week on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, the PC, Xbox One, as well as Xbox Series systems. The indie RPG looks very impressive. At first look, it kind of reminded me of Earthbound, but it has many more gaming elements than just a traditional role-playing game. I have seen it called a Souls-like, platonic dating simulator with Cooking Mama and WarioWare mechanics. Try to wrap your head around that. Any way you explain it, the game looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a comedy RPG that I'm looking forward to giving a shot when I get the chance. Now, What the Fog is a co-op roguelite game where you are sucked into a cursed board game and you will have to work together to survive. The chaotic game is set in the world of the Dead by Daylight games, although the graphic style is much different. The characters have been shrunk down into cute cartoon characters. The game is available now on the PC. There is no news of a console release at this time, but I do expect this game to come to consoles soon. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending on May 17th. The week started with news that the next Nintendo console, which Nintendo did confirm we will get info on within the next 10 months, may end up being, well, far more powerful than previously expected. Then, we started getting rumors that ID Software may be readying a new Doom, and I'm all for that. Doom Eternal was awesome, and I could definitely use a new Doom game to play here soon. And the week ended with Take-Two Interactive updating us on Grand Theft Auto 6, giving it a release window of fall 2025. Let me know anything we may have missed in the comments, and thanks for joining us today, gamers. Shows World, out.